All right, so it is 2025. So this past year, me and Kennedy have been trying to go on as many spontaneous trips as we could, starting in about September. So far, this YouTube channel has pretty much just been a record of those trips that we've gone on so far. So growing up, her and her family have always gone on trips out west. They have a motorhome and they have gone on trips pretty much all over the United States. And I have barely even left Pennsylvania. So we've gone on 4 trips now. We started out just kind of close by. We went to West Virginia, which is only about an hour or two away from Pittsburgh. And then we went down to Virginia from there. And then we had a trip that went up to New York. She's been out west a couple times now, and she really wanted me to go out west, and we both kind of made it a goal to try to get me to go out west before the end of the year. And so we booked a campsite in Colorado, right by the Rocky Mountain National Park. We got everything ready and we left.
Weightlessness, not on gravity. Were we somewhere in between? I'm a ghost to you, you're a ghost to me. A bird's eye view, San Luis.
All right, so we are currently out in the Rocky Mountains. We got here last night. We drove from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So it was like a 22, 23 hour drive roughly. We got here a little later last night. And we didn't really film or vlog any of the road trip just because I wanted to focus on driving. I've never driven that far or this far out here, so we just wanted to make sure that was taken care of. Yeah. Hey, buddy. All right, come on. All right, come on. Good boy. All right, guys, so we just stopped at this little picnic pull-off. There's quite a few picnic tables, but there's nobody over here, and it's actually really, really nice. It is a super nice pull-off. So I think we're going to make some lunch, probably, and then just hang out here for a little bit, because I think we're going to spend today here in the Colorado. Oh, there's a duck over there in the pond. My camera doesn't zoom in that well, but there is a duck over there playing in the pond. That's kind of funny. That's so cool. This is such a cool little pull-off, I feel like. But we are in Colorado right now at the Rocky Mountain National Park. It's amazing here. So I think for most of the rest of the day, we're gonna stay here, and then we're gonna go back to our campground later tonight, which I think is the Apajo. I think it's called like the Apajo campground or something. But we'll go over there, and but something really cool. So last night we probably got in just as the sun was setting to our campground last night, and then as we were moving all the stuff in our Jeep so we could have the back of the Jeep so we could sleep, there was a really cool instance where this fox came out of the woods, and it literally came like almost right up to us. But it kind of was super curious. It was really cool to see. It was such a big fox, and it just came right out towards us. So it was a pretty long drive to Colorado. We pretty much only stopped at gas stations for maybe like a couple hour nap here and there, but it's pretty much just straight driving. And this whole time we were staying out of our Jeep Wrangler that I have a video up. If you want to see the setup that we have, you can go watch that. Through a long drive, and we finally got to Colorado. I couldn't even believe how it looked. I have never really seen mountains before, not to that extent at least. And just seeing how different everything is out there is very special. Now, she's always talked about wanting to run away and move to Colorado or anywhere else out west, and I didn't really truly understand that because I've never been out there until this trip. And it is really just living in the city for the last couple months now. It is definitely a lot different, and it does make you just want to kind of leave everything behind. It was really nice because when you're out there, you don't really think about anything else. All of your anxiety and all of your thoughts and worries, you're not really thinking about anything else except for what's in front of you.
which is something that you don't usually get a lot in life. So it was really nice to just completely not have to worry about anything else. So far, every trip that we've been on, it's kind of started out one way. We have something planned. We go to one campsite, and then every trip we went on so far, after the first day, we decide to go somewhere else close by. That's usually further away from our house. It's just kind of what makes it fun, though. So after spending a day in Colorado and driving through the Rockies a couple times and just chilling at our campsite where we saw that really cool fox, we decided that we were going to make the trip up to the Badlands and also go through Devil's Tower. We left Colorado pretty early in the morning. It was still dark out. It was probably about 2 or 3 a.m. And that fox actually came back out in the morning. We saw him right before we left. But we ended up driving up through Wyoming, where we were greeted by the most beautiful sunrise I've ever seen.
When you get tired of this town, let me know. We can go somewhere brand new. 'Cause when I lay my head to rest, I hope that it's always next to you. When you run, when you're gone, know I'll be waiting for you, dear.
Devil's Tower was pretty weird because there's really nothing like it, especially out here. Even out there, it's just completely, it's weird. It's very random. It's just out in the middle of nowhere. So that was really cool to see. So after we got to the Badlands, we drove through it a little bit, and then we dry camped on the ridge at the Badlands, which was really cool. There's a little spot where you can just pull up, and we just put our Jeep right on the edge, and we got to watch another beautiful sunset. And after that night, we drove through it a couple more times that morning before heading back home. Now, our trip back was pretty normal for the most part. We took a little bit of a different route that would take us through part of Nebraska to get home, just so we could see some different stuff. Everything was going pretty normal until at 2 a.m. in the morning, right outside Cedar Rapids, Iowa, we hit a deer on the interstate. Now, luckily, we were fine. However, the Jeep was not. We ended up staying in a hotel for a couple days, and then someone had to come all the way out to Iowa and pick us up. And finally, a couple weeks ago, we finally got it back, and we had it towed back from Iowa. And there's nothing that we'd probably change about the trip because it was very special. And even though we didn't have the Jeep for a little while, it came back and it was in very good shape. They took very good care of it and fixed it up for us. It took a couple months, but we have it back now and we're all safe, so that's all that matters. Ultimately, this trip was very special. It was a lot of fun, and it made 2024 very special.
Don't get angry, listen to the sounds. Them good times will find their way back around. And I've got the answers, go on and touch my skin. Them better days always come back again. This life's a boat, boy, it all comes in waves.